Few phrases in the Psalms seem as inappropriate as the last line of Psalm 137. Blessed shall he be who takes your little ones and dashes them against the rock. Why would the writer sing of a blessing on those who killed babies? To understand this verse and even appreciate it, we need a good grasp on the whole psalm. Psalm 137 is a captivity psalm. As punishment for Judah's sin, in 586 BC, God sent Babylon to destroy Jerusalem, end the monarchy, and deport tens of thousands of Israelites into modern-day Iraq. The wounds of the writer were still raw. We wept when we remembered Zion, he says in verse 1. And the Babylonian tormentors, his word, rubbed salt into their wounds, forcing them to sing songs of worship that reminded them of their old home. What were they remembering? What made them so sad? Well, of course, they lamented the loss of the holy city itself. God had placed his name there. Gentiles had desecrated it. But memories of the actual siege of Jerusalem also haunted them. The attack was brutal beyond imagination. In capturing Jerusalem, Babylon showed them no mercy, Isaiah 47, verse 6. In her violence, even acting as God's agent, she sinned against the Lord, Jeremiah 50, verse 14. The Edomites, whose warfare inspired horror, as Jeremiah 49, verse 16 says, joined in the fight, turning their swords on Israel at the time of their calamity, Ezekiel 35, verse 5 says. Elisha prophesied about the war crimes Israel's enemies would commit against them. You will dash in pieces their little ones and rip open their pregnant women, 2 Kings 8:12. So what the writer is describing here is poetic justice, the experience of fitting retribution. They will receive what they have done. Even in the New Testament, God says in Galatians 6, verse 7, God is not mocked. Everyone will reap what they sow. And that's what happened. The Medes, who succeeded the Babylonians as the world power of the ancient Near East, would have no mercy on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes will not pity children, Isaiah 13, verse 18 says. So the curse of Psalm 137 is in fact a confession of confidence in God's justice. Attitudes like this are in fact how godly people refrain from violence and personal vengeance, believing that God will avenge with perfect justice. Believer, don't be embarrassed by that. Be comforted by it. And when you experience injustice, consider Jesus, who was repaid not for his sins, but for ours. Here's Psalm 137. By the waters of Babylon, there we sat down and wept when we remembered Zion. On the willows there we hung up our lyres, for there our captors required of us songs, and our tormentors mirth, saying, Sing us one of the songs of Zion. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a foreign land? If I forget you, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget its skill. Let my tongue stick to the roof of my mouth if I do not remember you, if I do not set Jerusalem above my highest joy. Remember, O Lord, against the Edomites, the day of Jerusalem, how they said, lay it bare, down to its foundations. O daughter of Babylon, doomed to be destroyed, blessed shall he be who repays you with what you have done to us. Blessed shall he be who takes your little ones and dashes them against the rock.